So, thinking like an investor. They think differently than we do. Why? Because they've been hanging out with money a lot more than we have usually. So what's more valuable, a dollar today or a dollar tomorrow?
Today,
Okay.
an investor today.
Okay.
No.
Why?
So a regular person today should invest for tomorrow.
All right, so why?
Because a regular person for today, they just want to know what they have in their hand. They're not thinking about building it and doubling it. An investor's thinking, taking the risk of doubling it tomorrow.
Okay, so there's a couple points. Good.
I was going to go with the dollar today because your topics are compound interest and time value of money.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty. Yeah, we're about to dive in. All right. There's two reasons why I would say inflation is constantly a force that's working against the value of your money. Your dollar is never going to be more valuable than it is today. In fact, it was more valuable yesterday. If you go get that yesterday's dollar and spend it, you can actually buy slightly more yesterday than you could today. Prices somewhere went up yesterday. Somebody changed their prices yesterday, right? And that's constantly happening. Somebody got a raise yesterday. And you know what happened when that person got a raise? Their employer had increased the cost of their product. Because remember what? Profit is a cost of doing business. If there's no profit in something, no one will do it. It's just how it works, sadly. The other reason is exactly what I said. And we'll do a little analogy. What's your name again, sir?
Hanny, H-A-N-I.
Hanny, all right. What you guys don't know is last night, the reason why he was late was Hanny last night decided to binge watch all 3 episodes of The Godfather, Mobsters, and Scarface, okay? This morning, he decided he's gonna go into, I gotta do this right, the money lending business, okay? He's gonna make very high interest rate loans to needy individuals that have regions they can't get loans elsewhere. So he decides, what's your name again, my friend? Dion. Dion comes in and says, I hear you're lending money. You know what, I could really use $10. He says, this I can do. But tomorrow you will need to pay me $11 on the day of my daughter's wedding. I'm sorry, there's a flashback to the movie. Dion says, you know what, I couldn't buy lunch today because I left my money at home. That's perfect. I will take that deal. But Hanny here he's an industrious fellow. He takes, what's your name again, my friend? John? John says, hey, by the weekend, I need to have $11. I got this thing I got to do. And he says, this is no problem. I can do this. But Monday, you have to pay me $13. He's getting a great rate of return on his money, by the way. This business is going well. Here's the problem. Dion comes in tomorrow morning and says, Hanny, my dog ate my wallet. My third grandmother fell off a bus while riding to Disney World and she died. He's got a bunch of excuses. Long story short, he doesn't have the money. So what does he do? Hanny, being the resourceful gentleman he is, he comes to Suat and says, Suat, I hear you used to be an enforcer for the Israeli military. Could you do me a favor and have a conversation with Dion and assure him that it will be in his best interest to make this payment? After what I'm sure was a very peaceful and loving conversation, Dion magically comes up with $11. Here's my question to you guys. If Hanny couldn't make that loan to our gentleman in the back, to John, does he lose $2? Does he experience a loss? He still has his $11. Every investor in the room is saying yes. That's how an investor thinks, and they're absolutely right to do so. The fact that he does not have the use of that money means that $13 he should have in the future, he does not have because of this decision, of this right here. That is a loss to him. Because when you have money, you have not only the money, but what that money is capable of doing for you. That use. You actually have that right to take that money and apply it to something and get the benefits of what that money could do. Just like you have, it's like having a car, but having it be broken down. Do you get the benefit? You still have the car, but can you do anything with it? No, you don't get the benefit of what the car does. Okay? So the fact that he owns the money technically, even though he's holding it, he's borrowing it right now, that he doesn't get the use of it means he doesn't actually have the value of that. Does that make sense?